Should we buy or sell Xilinx? First off, read this disclaimer carefully, and do your good deed of the day by liking and subscribing. So we've had a bit of a rough time now in the market, so let's jump into one of the Megatrend themes called Computation. The performance is pretty good, but we have seen some deterioration, so minus 18% average. Looking at XLNX here, 100% here from the low, and minus 2.77% pullback. So here is the website. You can see that they are in this whole microprocessing business. Yeah. Now let's just jump into the charts. This is the big picture, weekly data points, and we can see that it's been on, a very huge tear. What we also can see is that during the dot-com bubble and in 2004, here in 2014, and also here in 2019, and also actually, 2020-ish, it had massive bear market. So this is one of those stocks that can easily have a bear market, even though we have a global bull market. As you can see, the stock has gone up a lot, so it's been on a massive tear. So from a risk-reward standpoint, this is not, the perfect time to consider, bullish opportunities. Begging the question, should we consider bearish opportunities? So here are the daily data points. It's been on a very strong rally, so we have to look at, okay, what tends to happen when we have these kinds of signals? So here we are back to the weeklies. The MACD, I think it set an all-time record. Yeah, we have never had this high of a MACD. Looking here at the RSI, throughout the entire history of this stock, we have never been higher. Okay, looking at the distance from the 20-week moving average, the 50-week, 100, and the 200-week moving average, the only times we were higher was back here in the dot-com bubble. In that situation, we did not have a higher RSI. So yeah, we have some pretty excessive readings here. So let's look at what happened the previous time we had this kind of an RSI. So let's go back here. We have to go even further back. So the previous time we had this RSI level was literally here at the dot-com bubble. When we consider these recent pullbacks that we have seen in XLNX, like here, RSI was much lower, and we had a sizable pullback to the green 50-week moving average. If we measure, we see here that it was around minus 23-ish. Back here, you can see that we have this high RSI level, and then we did have a pretty substantial, from this high to this low, yeah, that's a whopping minus 50-ish percent pullback. So yeah, the readings are very, very high. Let's go here to the daily data points. I think that accumulation distribution is still showing that there is a decent influx of buyers, but we do see that we have we are extremely close to getting like a bearish cross here on the MACD. So the technical message here is that we are extremely overbought, and the previous times we have seen these readings, it was followed by sizable pullbacks. Here we have the correlations. We have long-term weekly data points, 79% with the S&P 500, 77% with the semiconductor ETF, and 75% here with the technology ETF, and minus 58% with the dollar index. Short-term correlations, we do have 91% with the S&P 500, 94% with the semiconductor ETF, and 90% technology, and 87% positive short-term with the dollar index. Okay, going here to Finviz, looking at the seasonality over the last 5 years, we tend to see a sharp drop off in strength heading from November to December. So November was extremely strong this year as well, and then December tends to be very weak. Over the last 10 years, December is one of the weakest months. And then over the last 20 years, a very sharp drop off here from November, as you can see, to December. Boom. So that is definitively very, very interesting. From a more bearish perspective, going here to Finviz, yeah, we are way above these trend lines. Yeah. When we go here to SAX, we do still for some reason have a number 1 strong buy, but we do have an F-value score, or degrowth and demomentum. So the style scores are pretty mediocre. The industry rank, top 1%, semiconductors, programmable logic. There actually is a 0.66% dividend, 56 billion in market cap. When we look here at what the insiders are doing, we do see that the most, so this we haven't seen any moves here since August, so it's some time since now. But then we did see we see quite a bit of a mix here of accumulation and distribution, meaning buying and selling. Let's look at the consensus estimates. So the average price target here is 16-ish below the current stock price. The highest price target, okay, is around 6% below, and the lowest price target is 37-ish% below. So if we take it all together, so the theme is obviously long term, like decades into the future. Obviously, it's very bullish, but looking currently like at XLNX, the technicals are extremely overbought. The history was pretty clear. These kinds of readings tend to be more favorable to the bears than the bulls. Looking at the fundamentals, we are clearly overbought. The consensus estimates were pretty clear. So as you can see, there's a lot of different people in the market that will not buy more Xilinx. So the people who look at the technicals, they will be worried with these readings. Those who look at the fundamentals will also be a bit spooked, and also the people who look at seasonality will be spooked by December. So there's multiple reasons to expect selling pressure to come in here for Xilinx, which would be more beneficial for the bears. So yeah, taking it all together, there's some more reasons to be bearish than bullish, given the current situation for Xilinx.